Hello, everybody. My name is Dax Shepard. Welcome to Armchair Expert. Just wanted to say that we had our first live show last week, and it was so fun, wasn't it, Monica?
It was so fun.
Woo! It was a highlight of my trip through planet Earth.
Yeah.
People flew from Seattle in Portland.
City's not our city.
Yeah, and we saw you, and we love you, and people made signs, and it was, by my own biased estimation, it was a fucking 2-hour party.
Yeah,
Is that accurate?
Great. Yeah.
And of course, we were so encouraged by it. We're going to be doing some more live shows. We're going to have a couple coming up in the Texas area. That's a large area, but we will give more details as that approaches. But more importantly, today's episode has a couple turkeys named John and Zach that have this little startup band called Portugal the Man. They were so fun, as you will hear. And of course, they wrote this amazing song as they are Portugal the Man. Please enjoy. We get support from Quince.
Have you been wearing the Quince linen shirts?
Yeah, I've been wearing them a suspicious amount. Yeah, European linen ones, they're $34, which is genuinely insane for how nice they are.
It doesn't even make sense.
Well, here's the deal. They work directly with the factories, cut out all the middlemen, so you're paying for the actual quality and not some brand's marketing budget. Everything's 50 to 80% less than comparable stuff. I love it because it's all very classic and traditional, and I know I'm going to be able to keep it for a very long time, and the quality's off the charts.
That's true. The style is very consistent. Whatever you get there, you walk down the street, you're going to look good. They have these lightweight cotton sweaters, which I love for when it cools down at night. It's nice drape around your shoulders in the summer and then throw it on when it gets a little cool. And it's not just clothes. They do home stuff, ding, 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 travel stuff, everyday essentials. It's all the same model, quality without the markup.
Make your summer wardrobe easier. Go to quince.com/Dax for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/Dax for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Dax. We are supported by Auto Trader. All right, if you've been putting off car shopping because it sounds like a whole thing, buying your car online on Auto Trader makes it way easier, really. You can shop tons of cars online, compare prices, check financing and trade-in options, all from wherever you are. And if you want to start online and go to the dealership for a test drive, you can do that too, really. What I like is the flexibility. Start online, finish at the dealer, or the other way around. Your info stays with you, so you're not starting the process from scratch. Plus, you're working with local dealer listings, so you've got real people helping behind the scenes. And when you're ready, you can pick up your car or have it delivered. Really. Buy your car online on Auto Trader. Really.
He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert.
Kathy, I am joined right now by Zach and John, who are, hyper talents. I'm sure you guys know them. I'm sure you're humming their songs in your head as you go about your merry way. And we were just on the topic of caffeine because we're recording this later. Spoiler alert, this is usually we're in like 10 a.m. or something, right? And I love to pound coffee during these. And I was just saying I'm scared because I can't drink coffee during this, so I'll never sleep. And now, please, Zach, take it away when you can drink coffee.
Coffee has no effect on me anymore.
Oh.
God, I wish it did. I'd love it. I mean, it gets me normal.
Right, in the morning. Right. Get you well, as a junkie would say.
Yes, exactly. I just start out sick, and then it makes me better.
You feel some grumbling in your lower intestines.
Pretty much. Yeah. I don't even know if it works. It's just something I do.
Yeah.
I don't even.
But how late can you drink it?
I mean, I drink it.
Right up till bedtime?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? And will you just go right to sleep?
No, I probably don't do that either. But I also don't sleep very well, which could have something to do with the caffeine. Just never really thought about this.
Do you
I'm
take?
Learning so much already.
Do you take anything to go to sleep?
No, not really. I just
you don't.
Just
That's weird. You're a rock star. Why aren't you taking drugs to go to bed?
I know, because I take them to party, man.
There we go. I only take them to go up.
I know.
You have to come down.
I know. Yeah.
And John, what's your take? Can you drink it right up till bedtime as well?
Yeah, I'm pretty much anytime.
Really?
Easy.
Wow.
Uppers don't really do much to me. I've just never felt it.
Oh, really?
It doesn't really do anything.
Really? And have you dabbled in drugs?
I've been around them.
You've been around it. You've seen people do drugs.
Yeah, I've seen people do drugs around me.
Well, I've done all the drugs, just so you know.
Sex and rock and roll. We really just not into drugs.
Yeah. But I've done everything shy of shooting dope. So you're in a friendly place if you did want to say that, you ripped a couple lines in your day. It would be okay. No one, I don't think, would bail out of the interview.
We've done a drug before.
Okay. And it's not for you. Uppers is not your thing.
Yeah, it's just never affected me. It's never I just feel normal.
I think maybe you haven't done enough. I'm inclined to get like a real big chunky rock of something and just see if we can get you up there.
All right. We can
Anything yet?
take this mission on the road.
Anything yet?
Now, you guys, how long have you known one another?
Oh, man.
Too long?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Over 20 years, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And how old are y'all?
So I'm 36.
Okay, so kids, 16, like high school?
Yeah, about that.
But you're not from Alaska, are you?
Yeah, I am.
You are.
Yeah,
You're both from Alaska.
Yeah, totally.
Do you watch that cop show set in Alaska?
Alaska State Troopers.
There you go.
Yeah.
You watch it?
No, I never watched it, but I'm pretty sure we've had friends on it. And I've seen it.
I really wish you had watched it because I need to know if that's an accurate representation of what's happening on the rural roads out there in Alaska.
Probably. I don't believe anything reality on TV is very real, but it's probably not far off.
A lot of the men that they interact with are armed.
That is true.
And many of them are very intoxicated. And midday a lot of these interactions are like 11 a.m. and they're heavily armed in swim trunks and hammered, and they're on a quad that has somehow gotten ensnared in like a browery bush or something.
So far, this is pretty spot
It's holding
That
water.
was us.
Okay, great.
That's how we met, actually.
That was also us in Michigan, so I went hard to
totally.
believe. I've been to Alaska a couple times, and I'm going to tiptoe around this because I don't want to offend anyone. But certainly, there is a specific state character type that would have left the lower 48 in search of adventure or something, right?
Sourdoughs.
Or they want to be alone.
Yeah.
Right, which is a specific personality type. And then folks, I think, are pretty generally proud that they live there. Like it's an accomplishment. Like they're bearing the elements and they're surviving. Is that, have I gone off?
I think that's accurate. Yeah.
Totally.
Okay. So you explain your all's high school experience. Captains of the football team?
Homecoming king, right?
Yeah.
Here.
Really?
I got along with everybody.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Homecoming king. I mean, that's quite an honor that was bestowed upon you. Were you a great dancer or?
No.
For Wasilla, Alaska.
Sure, they did it right. We grade on a curve there.
Oh, okay.
And so
Okay. I
you can
got
be
you.
a Wasilla 8 is probably a 3.
But where I'm from, you pretty much had to be like on the football team or a basketball stud or dating the hottest girl in school to end up homecoming king. Do you check any of those boxes?
He was
He's
pretty
being
punk rock
modest,
in
right?
school.
Yeah,
He was just the guy that everybody got along with.
Uh-huh.
And I think, how we met anyway was seeing him play, like he would play in our commons area. Him and his band, they'd cover Cannibal Corpse and Rage Against the Machine and Slayer.
Acoustic.
And
no.
They let you bring amps and stuff.
Yeah. We get
Really?
loud. Yeah, they just pretty much let you do whatever you want.
Oh, wow.
I don't
Okay.
know I don't even how we did that. Because I wasn't like, hey, I want to play. Somebody asked us to, and I'm like, who would have done that? They knew what kind of t-shirts I was wearing.
yeah,
Right.
knowing you after all that, how did you even get into that?
Don't remember that at all.
And
I
John,
remember-
is it safe to say that you thought he was a fucking stud? Like, did you look up to him? Where you're like, this dude's crushing. He's jamming in front of the student body and holding his own.
He was like, this guy can't sing for shit. I better learn how to sing.
I could help this guy out.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, it was just, for me, it was really like eye opening. Like I kind of grew up with dog sled mushers for parents.
For real?
Yeah, like parents ran the Iditarod together.
Really? And did you have a ton of dogs at your house?
Yeah, we had 100 huskies.
Oh my gosh. And let people know, just because I've seen a couple documentaries about that, but for any animal lovers out there that might think that is in any way cruel, those fucking dogs love that run, right?
Oh yeah, they live for it. I mean, it's really interesting when you're out there with them because it was my dad's dog sled team, but it's something we talk about all the time, like just us getting them ready to go, how excited they are.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about it yesterday. Like I've been pulled off the sled so many times because they're ready to go and you get dragged for hundreds of yards just through this chunky ice and snow. And it takes a while to calm them down.
If you can imagine, if you have a dog, you know, hey, you want to go outside? And how much it freaks out.
Yeah.
A dog's team has like what 15 to 20.
Yeah, you have
20 dogs doing that,
ready to go.
Yeah,
they take off.
And
man.
how are you determining which one is the alpha? Like, are you putting the alpha in the very front harness?
Yeah, you have a lead dog that kind of directs the team, and I mean, you can kind of see which dog that is. I mean, there's a dog that leads
Just running
the
the
rest of
show.
them.
Yeah.
And you can see it in the dog lot as well, like just around the other dogs.
Yeah. And how did your folks get into that? What do they do for a living? Can you make a living racing dogs?
Yeah, so you can. My parents weren't
Did
in
not.
that category. Did well for sure. But the way my dad got into it was we lived out Kinnick Road, which was just outside of Wasilla. And my dad had built a shed for Joe Reddington Sr., who's
Okay.
one of the founders of the Iditarod.
Oh, okay. He's a famous in Alaska. He's like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Him and Herbie Nyack-Puck. That's like our heroes.
I'm embarrassed to say it. I've never heard either of those names, but
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't outside
yeah,
of Alaska.
yeah.
But he built a shed for Joe Reddington, and instead of taking payment, he asked if he could have some dogs because he wanted to get into it. And I mean, I was 4 years old. He took us straight out to Trapper Creek, and we went out to this place called Icy Lake, that literally Icy Lake.
Yeah, it says it all.
Yeah, we lived out there for 2 years, and
Oh
we
my
just
goodness.
got into it.
Are the dogs pricey?
Yeah, they can be.
Like, what are we looking at? If I wanted to assemble a team next year and try this
in the thousands?
in the thousands per dog.
Yeah, for good dogs.
And did he then get into breeding these dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually just talked about it. The Iditarod just started a couple weeks ago, and he said this is probably the last year he's going to have one of his dogs in the
Oh,
Iditarod.
really? And how long does that race last?
I guess we were.
It's around
When did
10
they break
days.
10 days?
Oh,
Martin Boozer
broke
broke
to
10 days.
Yeah.
And it's a 1,000-mile sled dog race.
oh my goodness. So I'm obsessed with off-road racing. To me, the zenith is the Baja 1000.
Yeah.
And just knowing that you know, if you're the fastest guy out there, you're still racing over 5-foot jumps for 18 hours. And that to me is the height of it. I can't imagine racing for 10 days with dogs as my
Pretty crazy.
engine.
I couldn't imagine. it
And they're
either.
sleeping out there. Like, so what do? They mush the dogs for how many hours a day?
I'm not sure how long they go a day, but it's.
And it's
you're-
dark
you're
as fuck
sleep
right now,
deprived.
right? It's just dark up there.
Yeah, it's dark.
time of year.
You're sleep deprived.
These people hate themselves. Is it safe to say that there's a lot of self-loathing in the dog racing world?
Alaska in general. You know,
Yeah, Alaskans.
We're really proud, and man, it's a real mix of both. It's confusing.
Yeah, and I don't know why I feel compelled to say this, but also saw a really cool Discovery Channel episode about which animal had the best endurance of any animal in the world, and they're comparing all these, and it was those dogs. That's the number one. They can run at 75% for like 21 hours straight, or something crazy like that. Like, right, if they bite a muskox or something, they can just track it for life. They don't give a fuck. They'll just wear it down.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So how do you get into music if you're, you're growing up in a dog kennel? How does that happen?
There wasn't a lot to do, I guess. Besides that, you could kind of sit around, and when it's really cold outside and the sun goes down, 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
You can, one of the things you can do is pick up a guitar and figure it out.
Right. And you started at what age?
I started about 12.
Okay.
I played music before that. I played saxophone for a long time before that. I played a lot of, jazz and classical, but I never listened to that stuff for that. I was listening to rock and roll.
Yeah.
And, but I'd never, and my dad had a guitar in the closet and stuff, but I didn't, I was always listening to Zeppelin and the Beatles and Pink Floyd, people that are that are just really. So I never thought I could do that. And then I heard
that's
Nirvana.
pretty hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard Nirvana. And
Sure, we can
seemed-
play "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
Yeah, I was like, this sounds. I just loved it, and I fell in love with it, and I connected with it so heavily. And then I thought, I was like, that solo, I think I could play that. I think I
Uh-huh.
could figure that out.
Yeah.
And so I broke out the guitar and just pretty much learned.
I think that's been a part of the large appeal of punk forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So similarly, I was 16. I think I went and saw Mudhoney. Someone had the
awesome.
very first press of that album, Nevermind. They played that song. We were all like, what the fuck? And then,
Yeah.
yes, later that week, we were able to play that song. And it seemed like, well, fuck, this my favorite thing I can do.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's got a good a learner's curve punk rock music.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's what made you think, like, well, if I could play that, maybe I could come up with my own song.
Yeah.
And then you just keep trying that, and still haven't done anything as good as "Smells Like Teen Spirit." But
Well, no, yeah, who
But,
can?
yeah. we're working on
But
it.
you're right, Zeppelin. If you're if you're listening to Jimmy Page play the guitar at his height,
Yeah, you just don't
or,
really
or John
bother.
Bonham play the drums, you're
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah, maybe I should skip this whole thing.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's the problem with comparing yourself to people. You'll never start anything, right? Because why would you?
Exactly.
Yeah, I never wanted to play music because we grew up, away from town. So it'd be 2-hour trips to go get groceries.
Uh-huh.
And we would listen to oldies radio. And it was just the Beatles and Motown and Sam Cooke and all of that. And it's all so untouchable. And it seems like so long ago as well.
Yeah.
Like, I just really didn't know much had happened since. I mean, I knew of Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson is also untouchable.
Yes.
It's, for me, it was seeing Zach. and
Someone
his
could have
band
made
play.
a great Michael Jackson joke right there, but I just couldn't construct it quickly enough. But you said untouchable.
Untouchable.
There's something really there. So I'm afraid this is a lonely childhood. No, who are you playing with? I don't mean musically. I mean
100
just
dogs.
who are you playing with? Dogs?
Oh, I had a younger brother and,
Oh, you
and
did?
sister. Yeah.
Okay, so you had family.
Yeah, we did weird, really, really weird stuff looking back on it. I mean, I used to walk around in the winter just listening for mice or rabbits or like whatever was hopping around.
Uh-huh.
And we would follow porcupines around.
You're almost Nell. Do you remember this movie with Jodie Foster?
yeah,
where she was
I
like
love
abandoned
Nell.
in the woods. I mean, this is like did you
That's
did you
why
have
I
your own
connected with
language or anything? So when you how do you then end up at this? Were you homeschooled up till high school or?
No, we went to school. I mean, we lived up Kinnick. We were just outside of town,
I got you.
So we
Outside
would-
of what town?
Wasilla.
Okay, Wasilla.
And I went to Snowshoe Elementary, which was kind of down Kinnick as well. They were all small places.
Yeah, like how many kids are in your grades in these schools?
When I was in Cooper Landing, there were 2 kids in my grade.
Oh my God.
Like-
You must have gotten the best education in the world.
Well,
No. You might prove this.
One of those kids would grow up to be the other teacher, though. It's like, you never know.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you go to the high school that Zach's going to and you see him, is that when you first saw him or did you have classes together?
yeah, that was kind of my first real time like in like a bigger school,
Yeah.
and it was
A lot of
seeing
girls
him.
now, right?
Yeah, there are girls around.
Is your mind blown? It's like getting out of prison, basically.
I was extremely shy growing up.
Oh, you were?
I didn't talk to anybody.
Okay.
I mean, even seeing
Yeah.
his band play, I was in the background. I was
Uh-huh.
just kind of taking it all in
Yeah.
and thinking, like, wow, if these kids can play these songs, like, why couldn't somebody write it? Like, why
Uh-huh.
couldn't we write new music?
How soon after seeing him do you work up the courage to start chatting with Zach?
Well,
Is that how it happened?
2 years?
No. We were, we became friends through a mutual friend.
Okay.
And we just kind of, everybody hung out together when we were older and started going to parties and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It was like, all right, where's the bonfire at?
That's what we did. Bonfires.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
We light a big bonfire, and
Uh-huh.
there were several different spots. We had the overpass. We had the
Any of them by
missile
swim
silos,
holes?
the-
Like, are you also incorporating a little aquatics with these
no,
parties?
not normally. There is pretty cold. Swimming wasn't a
Even in the
huge
summer.
deal. Yeah, there's a couple spots to swim, but we never did it. It was never like party swims.
Okay.
We just kind of go in the middle of the day.
I'm just going to tell you, party swimming lends itself to skinny dipping. That's
Yeah,
really
that
the
sounds
only
fun.
reason. Yeah,
we totally never did that.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
a bummer. The lakes in Michigan very warm in the summer, and I think
Oh, yeah.
thank God for that. Yeah.
We had a couple good ones, but yeah, we kind of met at parties, and it was just we would we'd have bonfires and drink a bunch of beer, and we'd all have our our truck doors open, blasting metal or whatever. And there wasn't a whole lot of people who really dug underneath the surface for music. And so we started hanging out pretty quickly. It was like, oh, you've heard of this band that's just slightly below the surface.
Right. And that becomes the cool thing, right? The more esoteric of a.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when do you guys, you graduate high school? Do you go to college?
I went.
Okay.
Well, first off, we didn't graduate high school.
Perfect. Congratulations.
That was the other thing. So by the time John and I would have become friends, he left high school first, and then I met him later before I left high school.
Oh, what's the age difference?
Oh, we're the same age.
But he just departed quick.
Yeah, he left halfway through high school. I waited till like right before. I was listening to way too much like Dead Kennedys and Agent Orange, and I actually had like a 3.6. So I had good grades. I dropped out like 3 weeks before graduation.
Oh my God.
Just to be like, I don't need this. It was pretty stupid.
Homecoming king on the honor roll who drops out. That's a rare story.
It was pretty dumb. And I totally had a great
What'd
time.
Your parents
at school.
think about that?
They were pretty pissed. My dad was just like, my dad never thought, and he's like, I never even thought. Like, I thought you could go to jail. You could become a teen dad. I thought everything. I was like, I thought you could die. He never thought that I would ever drop out of high school. It just didn't even cross his mind. And it's pretty dumb. But I kind of figured that out pretty quick. I'm like, that might have not been super smart. So I snuck into college and kind of pretended. I got my GED pretty quick. And then I went to a college that didn't even accept the GED. You had to give them your diploma. And I gave them transcripts for everything except the last quarter.
Okay.
And I just pretended like I forgot them. And so I was like, oh, can I just enroll and like pay you and get my classes because it's getting late? They're like, yeah, just don't forget to give us that. And they just kind of forgot about it.
Oh, that's
so
great.
Then I was in college.
That's great. I hope that's a lesson everyone learns.
But then
don't
do what I do. But oftentimes I found out that if I just don't fill out something, if I just leave something blank on a piece of paper.
Yeah, leave it to their imagination.
Yeah, it kind of works out.
Maybe you were the valedictorian.
I know, you never know.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
This episode is supported by Helix. All right, let's talk about something we both really care deeply about: sleep.
It's the most important thing. I've had my Helix mattress for years now, and I genuinely think it's one of the best investments you can make for your home. Mine still feels just like it did when I first got it.
Well, that's the thing. It's not one of those mattresses that caves in after 6 months. These things are built to last. And I'm a side sleeper. I ordered a side sleeper and I get hot, so I have cooling. And I can't tell you how much more comfortable it is to be in there, not sweating and tossing and turning.
Cooling is really important. I've read that you're supposed to sleep a little bit cold. So I also have cooling. And they have over 20 models, so it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. You just go take their quiz and they match you to what actually works for your body.
Plus, they've got cooling upgrades, which heading into summer, non-negotiable.
Truly.
Go to helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. That's helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/armchair. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. So, Monica, here's something that really stuck with me. BetterHelp's 2026 State of Stigma report surveyed 2,000 Americans and revealed that 85% of Americans believe getting support is wise. Yet 74% say society discourages people from doing so.
That's a huge gap. Most of us agree therapy is a good thing, but there's still something holding some people back from actually going.
Right. And I think that's where just talking about it, normalizing it makes a difference.
I mean, as you know, I'm obsessed with therapy. I've been in it consistently for years and years and years. And I have said this and I shouldn't say it, but I do think if you're struggling and you've been struggling for a while and you haven't sought therapy, I judge you a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah, I know. And I got to go to therapy to work on that, but also there are options for you. You can help yourself. And BetterHelp makes that first step easier. They match you with a licensed therapist based on your needs. And with over 30,000 therapists and 12 plus years of experience, they typically get the match right the first time.
Don't let stigma stand in the way of support. Start therapy with BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Dax. That's betterhelp.com/Dax. This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place.
Let's talk bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, but it does not have to be that way.
With SoFi High Yield Checking and Savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit.
No account or overdraft fees, which feels rare these days. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, perfect for getting ahead of a bill or grabbing what you need right when you need it.
Plus, get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi Checking and Savings at SoFi.com/armchair. SoFi Checking and Savings is offered through SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms apply.
Confidence. It's listening to your gut. It's moving forward, even when the path ahead is unclear. For nearly 160 years, Pacific Life has helped people keep their promises, building confidence for generations. Whether you're confident in your financial future or just beginning to envision it, we're here to help. Ask a financial professional how. Pacific Life, the power of a promise. Pacific Life Insurance Company, Omaha, Nebraska, and in New York, Pacific Life and Annuity, Phoenix, Arizona.
John, you didn't go to college?
No.
So what are you doing after you drop out?
I was pretty much snowboarding and writing
working.
music.
Okay.
Yeah, working. I worked construction. I was carpenter,
Framed?
painter. Yeah.
Okay.
All that.
And so you were also into skateboarding when you were a kid?
Yeah.
We didn't have pavement where I lived,
okay.
so skateboarding
You
was
have a
out for me.
Thrasher magazine hat on, which is
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
obviously-
Well, you watched
That
all
was
the
our
skateboarding.
circle
Yeah.
of friends. Like
Okay.
our
I
whole
was into
circle was-
skateboarding, but I lived a little bit closer. I was in Wasilla.
Yeah.
And he was a ways out.
You're such an enigma, Zach, because the fact that, again, you were a homecoming king and you were into skateboarding and all this stuff, it just really, it's fracturing my known paradigm about what happens in high school. And that's great.
We like it when people do that.
Are the
to us.
exception to the rule. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasilla is just a little smaller, so it's not like when there's like say there's
Tom
bars,
Brady's
and-
not going to be in that town. There's just
Yeah,
the population won't support a Tom Brady,
Exactly,
right?
yeah. And there's just like everybody's kind of stuck there together, and so
That's great.
yeah.
I would imagine the again, I'm basing this on nothing other than it gets dark a lot and there's not a ton to do. I'd have to imagine the imbibing and getting high
Yeah.
and drunk is pretty rampant.
Yep, pretty
Yeah.
rampant.
Yeah.
yeah. We
And
got
culturally, it's fine, right? If you're fucked up all the time, that's great. No one cares, right?
yeah. It gets pretty dark. Pretty dark in every way. There's a lot of drug problems and stuff that happened pretty quick. Really high suicide rate. It gets pretty, but it just depends on what you're into.
Yeah.
We never needed the sun, man. We're like we're those people that
Yeah.
I like metal.
When I was a
and
drug
horror
addict, I
movies
fantasized about moving to Alaska. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
great.
like-
the sun will never come up.
Oh,
You don't
it's
have to-
perfect,
You know, I
right?
don't have to put towels over the
yeah.
windows.
But then in the summer, it's rough. It's just up the whole time.
That's when I was there and I could not stand it. I already am an insomniac, and then it was just torture. Like,
Yeah.
looking out the window at 4 a.m. and it's just bright as hell out. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. We grew up with this, so it doesn't really bother us. But a lot of people we bring up have trouble sleeping.
In a most pronounced way, it is like a physical embodiment of bipolarism in humans. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's one gigantic extreme or the other.
Pretty much.
And I can't imagine that. Yeah, that wouldn't like trickle down somehow into folks. When do you leave there? When do you leave Alaska?
I left when I was about 19 or 20, and John came down about
I was
about
21.
20. 21? Oh, yeah, okay.
After Zach had already left.
Yeah.
And where did you go, Zach?
I went to Oregon.
Oh,
So I went
okay.
to Western Oregon.
That's a good starter state if you're from Alaska.
Yeah, totally.
It's
still has
vaguely
trees.
similar. Yeah. A lot of rain.
There's a mountain I can see. Yeah, a lot of rain. A lot of people are very, they like the outdoors, and it was cool.
Yeah.
So we moved down. I moved down. I tried college, and I ended up starting a band with a bunch of other Alaskans. We started doing shows, and people started liking us
In
but we had-
Portland?
yeah. But we had no singer.
Okay.
And we were all kind of singing, splitting up the duties. We're doing okay, but nobody could really sing.
Yeah.
And we found out I was playing music with John for a while and stuff, but once again, he was very shy. I had no idea this dude could sing
Yeah.
at all.
How did you discover this?
Well, we found out just we got his CD. He had started a band up in Alaska, and I think Joe told me, he's like, "Did you know that Gourley is singing for a band?" I was like, "No way.
Are you
There's
sitting
no way
down?
he's singing.
John sounds like a goddamn bird.
I know, yeah.
This
we put it in.
motherfucker's got pipes.
I know, we put it in, and everybody would just look around. Like, did you know he could sing? Did you? We all knew it. We're all friends, and we played music together.
Yeah.
And but we'd usually just yell or something like that. I knew he could yell.
Yeah.
And
John, what was your confidence level when you were singing on that CD, that first CD? Are you nervous about it, or do you know that you can do this?
No, I felt really weird about it. I honestly, I always just liked writing music. I like the idea of putting together songs and structuring things out. It was something I always did growing up. Like I would take cassette tapes and I would edit songs. Like this is the way I would have arranged it.
Okay. So your confidence singing was not out of the gates high.
Yeah, I the only reason I made this music anyway was because I really wanted to write my own music, and I wanted to find somebody to sing for us. And
that was the goal.
Yeah, even the first bands, I looked for a singer for this band for the first few records.
Really?
I mean, I didn't want to do it. I still don't really like doing it. I'd rather have somebody else step in.
Is that true for both the studio and stage, or just stage? How
both.
are you in a studio? Still nervous and...
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything we do, we have to shuffle everything to the right a little bit just to put it in the pocket. I'm always a little bit antsy. Like I'm not the most confident singer. But I just really like.
It makes you
music.
incredibly lovable, though.
Who won a Grammy? That's so great.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's not what you're expecting from the But I think there's that's certainly common in acting. I'll be on set with people who are, from my point of view, terrified of acting. It's so interesting, and then they have a lot of different tricks they have to do to get in the zone where they'll do it. So do you have like a routine you do?
For the longest time, I didn't face the crowd. I would just kind of play backwards. And face our drummer, and I'd play with him because I genuinely just like playing music.
Jamming.
Yeah, I like seeing what he's going to do and kind of riffing off of each other. And it just over time, I've kind of turned to the audience.
Yeah.
And
it's about
then
20 degrees a year. And he started off straight up back to the crowd.
180.
And then, a couple years later, he's sideways. And then eventually, we're like, all right, look at that.
Maybe he'll just keep rotating as you age.
Turn back around.
Right where
that
he
is
started
not,
from.
I could absolutely see that happening.
So you don't have any. So one of your tricks was to just fucking ignore that there are people behind you.
Yeah.
And then any other techniques that have evolved over time?
Yeah.
Have you ever taken a beta blocker?
No, I've never done that.
You haven't? Okay, so there's a great documentary called Bigger, Stronger, Faster, and it's really asking the question whether steroids are implicitly bad or not. There's not a lot of long-term studies whether they are or they're not. And then it kind of goes into all these other ways that we accept cheating. One being, you could get LASIK to change your eyesight if you're a pilot. There's all these things we can do to augment, whatever our profession is. And they went in this long part about most symphony orchestra musicians take beta blockers before they audition because, it just helps them profoundly. And it doesn't alter anything. It just really keeps your blood pressure from rising to a point where now your brain gets really busy. And I'm wondering if that would be relief for you.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm down to
I have
try
some in my
anything.
pocket. Do you want?
Yeah.
Let's try.
Do you know a guy? Cool.
What would be great is if I gave him some and he just started singing and then we just couldn't shut him up.
I mean, we
he
could
had
just try this
fear.
right now.
I wish. But really, I would really be curious if you did that and then you let me know. Again, it's not mood altering. And I think they'll prescribe them to people who are really afraid to fly.
No,
as
yeah.
well.
For sure. Some of the guys in the crew and like our keyboard player takes it every now and then. It's like when you have to, it's when you have to talk to people or you have to be. Yeah, same with anytime we have to say something to an audience.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrifying.
The journey that you guys are on is spectacular, right? It doesn't happen to many, many people, and it's certainly not many people from Alaska. But it is interesting that because you've gotten to this point, the people around you start assuming that you have all these other skills, which are unique skills, right? So how has that been for you guys, that part of it where it's like, okay, guys, time to be public personalities?
And we're kind of having fun with it. It is fun because of the recent pop
Explosion.
success that we've gotten. And like we've been talking about, I'm 36. I'm from fucking Wasilla, Alaska. And we are literally on pop charts right now with a bunch of young, tan
boys,
people with six packs and places we don't belong.
Yeah.
So it's super funny. So we don't have to worry about, a lot of people have an image to worry about and things, and we can just kind of, we get to have fun with it and we get a joke.
Yeah.
And I think it lightens the mood enough to where we don't really give a shit. We're super happy where we are.
Yeah.
We're grateful, but we also don't have to worry about,
you weren't
anything.
aiming for this place, so you don't feel super compelled to protect it, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
we
weird thing, like having a little bit of indifference along with
Uh-huh.
this. Like when we walk into, I mean, any interview, we do Radio Disney or Nick Radio, we do things like that. It's awesome and it's super fun. Like the hosts on those shows are so good at what they do.
Yeah.
And they rarely get to do that because you have to come in with what questions you're going to ask. All right, take these off the list.
Right.
You know, they'll ask us what they can and can't talk about.
Yes.
And there's nothing. I mean, you just answer the questions.
Yes, but is there a trap? Because there's a punk rock persona, and that's where you guys come from. And I remember when we were a kid, like the many different bands we were accusing of being sellouts without any real understanding of what we even meant by that, right?
Yeah.
I think on a deeper level, if you look at what that really was saying, it wasn't about selling out. It was about, we're already a group of misfits. That's what binds us together, is that we feel excluded by the football team. And so here's our little group of people. And if you get success, wait, now you're leaving our little group of people and you're now on the football team. And so some of it is like self-preservation, self-defensiveness to act kind of too cool, or so let's just say like the Grammys must be a complicated experience for you guys, right? Like you get nominated for a Grammy, and if I'm you, I guess my knee jerk is like, well, we don't give a shit about the Grammys. For self-preservation, because the Grammys aren't going to always call, and on that day you're going to want to go, oh, I didn't give a fuck about that.
Well, here's the thing: is the difference is we totally give a fuck about the Grammys.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's different. It's we care about the nod from the Academy. We and our peers as the song that we wrote. We are super proud to be nominated. We're super proud to win the award.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like, getting dressed up and the party, I think that's a little more the thing. The
Feels uncomfortable.
the ceremony
Yeah.
is not so much
The pageantry.
Yeah.
I've been informed, I didn't see it, but I've been informed someone wiped their ass with the Grammy. Who did that among you?
That was me.
Okay.
But it's not exactly what you think.
Okay.
It's kind of what you think, but it's not exactly what you think.
Yeah.
I can only visualize so many ways of fake wiping your ass with a trophy, so please enlighten me on what happened.
You don't actually see it.
So most people would have gone back to front, but see, I went front to back.
This is genius.
So basically, all I was doing, there's this really funny, like Liam Gallagher moment where he gets like, I don't know if it's a Moon Man or a Mercury Award, and he mimes like he's shoving it up his ass.
Okay.
And our keyboard player Kyle had looked at me when I got handed the Grammy, and I just like fucking with him because we think shit's funny and we're idiots.
Yeah.
I motioned like I was gonna shove it up my ass, and Kyle thought it was funny, but the camera cut away as soon as I brought it to my ass.
Oh.
Which, I mean, I was shoving it up my ass.
I love that your defense of I didn't wipe my ass with it was, no, I was actually shoving it up my ass. That's a great defense.
It,
Not
it wasn't
disrespect.
a disrespectful thing. It was just a
No. I did
respect
not
for
wipe my
Oasis.
ass with it. I was 69ing the trophy, and then I went to ATM.
Yeah.
straight back.
So I get that. So you were just making your friend laugh. And I would imagine in a situation like that where it's very easy to be self-conscious. Like you're on a stage in front of all these people. You're like, there's cameras. You know which one to look at. Blah 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 blah. A little bit of comfort is anchoring yourself into the person you know, right? Who's right next to you. Like, is that what's happening?
Yeah, exactly. We were just being ourselves. Like we're idiots. Like if we were out there thinking about the fact that we just won a Grammy in pop. We're not even in an alternative category. We didn't even get nominated in alternative.
Despacito.
Yeah.
Wow. That's like the song you're up against?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
That's impressive. And then now, did you say God bless Satan or something? What did you?
Ooh, God bless Satan.
God bless
That's
Satan.
good.
Because that's
Man, I'm gonna buy
that's
that. I just said
oxymoronic.
hail. I just said hail Satan.
You said hail Satan. Okay,
yeah, but that's
And-
pretty good.
And I'm assuming you're not actually a Satanist.
no.
Yeah. I don't even. Isn't it funny when we were kids that was like a real thing people were concerned about, like the Memphis 4 or whatever, these poor kids who got sentenced to prison because they thought they
Satanic
worshipped
panic.
the devil.
Yeah.
That was a real thing when I was a kid. Like people were very. And my buddy Trevor, his older brother, had a Rodney James Dio poster in the basement. And I went down there and I was pretty terrified of it because I was 8 and it was like upside down crosses. And
totally.
I wasn't even religious, but I was like, oh, this is some dark stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was all the music we listened to growing up. And so that was the shout out to that. And then also,
Was there a blowback or a reaction to that?
There kind of was. But you look, I gotta be honest.
Your sweet voice, like you need to be in comedies because just the pause and then, well, yeah, there kind of was.
yeah,
It's almost an Owen Wilson. Okay, yeah, tell me what it was.
Yeah, it was just. It was stupid. I mean, the reaction was actually like really positive.
Okay,
I mean,
I'm sure your
everybody was
fans
stoked.
loved it, right?
Yeah, I mean, they know us. We've been a band for 14 years. Everybody that's been around us knows we're idiots. That's the
Right.
shit that we do.
Yeah.
we entertain ourselves, man. We're not. Some people are Justin Timberlake. He's an entertainer.
That motherfucker can entertain.
That dude
a dead
can
person.
entertain.
Yes.
We can. We're just figuring
You
out
seen
how
him
to entertain
dance?
something. Yeah, he can do everything.
Ugh.
But we entertain ourselves.
Right.
We're really good at that.
Yeah, good.
That's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
we truly shine.
You know how to stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Where does the Grammy reside?
We haven't gotten them yet.
Oh, you haven't?
Apparently, you have to fill out some paperwork.
Okay. I wonder if they'll like 1099 you. They'll go like, oh, this thing has a value of $8,000.
I'm pretty sure somebody has to buy it. I
really?
think. But I'm pretty sure our record label will cover that for us. I am excited to get it and give it to my mom.
So you won for Feel It Still?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a phenomenal song.
Thank you.
That's how I came to know of you guys because I've long since become a dad and I don't know any new music and I'm boring. But that song is gigantic, right? It's a fucking juggernaut.
Yeah.
And what are the metrics of that these days? What is it? Views and downloads, single downloads, and all this.
Yeah, they have. I don't know who came up with the system to kind of make the equivalence of what a sale used to mean, but now they consider it's a whole lot more math now. They consider streams and from YouTube, Spotify, all those things. So yeah, I think it's about is it 1,500? I think 1,500 streams equals one sale.
Okay, because that you're making whatever you're making 4 cents on a stream or something.
Yeah. There's like
4 cents on a stream.
Oh, that would be insane. No, it's fractions. Fractions of a penny.
But whatever it is, it adds up to $1.29 purchase on iTunes or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so so how many downloads are you guys at with that song, or roughly?
Last time I checked, there was 250 million streams or something like that. It was
Jesus, Jonathan.
I think that was before the Grammy too. Actually, I have not even.
And you got a Grammy bump? Do they call it a Grammy bump?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay,
and it's crazy numbers that we didn't know really existed.
But as far as it being monetized, do you guys see that money or no? Are you guys fucking loaded or what?
Nah, not yet. Our business manager keeps saying next quarter.
Oh yeah, that's their
We'll know
famous
next quarter.
quote.
Yeah. I hear we have nothing to compare it to, because we've never really made money from music. We do, we play shows and stuff like that. You can sync to movies and
right, yeah,
TV
you're
shows.
licensing,
and that's kind of how you do it now. But we've never had a hit song, and apparently it's wildly different. But we don't really know yet. But I think we're gonna do okay.
Yeah, and I would imagine your expectation, because what the music business is, what it is, you're not expecting that to be your big revenue stream, right? You're going, oh wow, that's great. Now our tour will be much bigger.
Exactly. Everything. Slots get better at festivals. More people hear about us. More people buy tickets.
Yeah,
it's all.
That's the business you're in, right?
Yeah,
Performing
exactly.
live.
But apparently, this song could make us some money. But
that's great.
That's awesome. But I mean, we were fine before. We don't really.
You don't care about money?
No, not really.
How?
I don't know, man. We've always just lived hand to mouth.
Means.
No, we've always lived above our.
You didn't like
above our
sit around and
museum.
fantasize about like having a ski boat and shit? That you're not interested in that kind of stuff?
I like. I mean, for a minute, and then I realized I'm like, I don't need a house. I'm literally never home. I don't need
Really?
a car. I rent cars. I don't.
So you don't have a home?
No, I have a home. Like I live with my girlfriend. Like Kyle and I shared our keyboardist and I shared an apartment before.
In what? In Oregon?
I pay rent for a place. I literally haven't walked in the doors of my apartment in probably 5 months.
Oh wow!
And we're always gone. We're always touring and stuff. And so,
But this is in Portland.
yeah, it's in Portland. Yeah.
Okay, great. Do you want to give out your address in case you want fans to stop by? and
Sure.
leave stuff?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll throw doobies or something.
Could somebody pick up my Amazon packages and make sure they're
Yeah,
not
that
just
could be.
getting stolen off the porch?
I'm sure that's a service one of your fans would love
Yeah.
to provide.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
And how about you, John? Do you have a home?
Yeah, I have a house with my wife and daughter.
Wait a minute. You have a wife and a daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great. How old's your daughter?
she's 6.
Oh, wonderful. Is it not the greatest thing of all time?
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Do you, Zach, watch John and go like, I got to probably get this. I got to get one of these.
Oh, for sure. But we lived together for a long time, all the band and crew in one house. So I lived with his daughter with him and his daughter for 4 years.
Oh, my
So it's
goodness.
like, so it's pretty, I feel very, very close. She's my best friend in the world. And,
That's
so-
great. I'm glad you have
yeah,
that.
I definitely want to be a dad for sure.
Yeah.
It's tough now, even gone even more because of this stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
But
gonna
you're
be a
good.
dad.
You're 36?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one at 38. Things
Okay,
are fine.
cool.
Yeah,
Good,
I can
good. All right.
mostly bend over to get their stuff.
Cool. Yeah.
it's
my
getting
back's
harder.
gonna go out any day, but I'll take care of that before then.
And John, how do you juggle the wife and kid while touring so much? They join you or?
Yeah. I mean, Frances toured with us. Our daughter toured with us for the first 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And my wife sings with us.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And you like working together?
Yeah. No, it's great.
You got a half smile on your face.
She's really good.
Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah.
It's funny. We met as artists. Like
Okay.
I do a lot of our visual art,
Mhm.
and she was an illustrator in England, and we got connected through another artist.
So she is English.
Yeah, she's British. Yeah.
Okay, I want to hit you with something right now. We often veer into the world of anthropology, and we're going to do it right now.
All right.
And you have to bear with me. I'm going to have to tell a personal story. Some of our listeners hate that I get derailed with this. But when I was young, I went on a ski trip to Vermont. I met a young lady that was from England. She was from Manchester. And we went snowboarding together. And then that night, we all drank some beer together. Then we started hooking up in the walk-in closet of my buddy's dad's hotel room. Things were escalating. I'm thinking, this is moving very, very quickly, much quicker than I'm used to as a 16-year-old kid. Lo and behold, we have sex. That was always a huge mystery to me. I didn't understand why that went like that. Years later, in college, I'm reading this study about why such a huge number of English women became pregnant by American GIs during World War II, and yet almost no English women became pregnant. No American women became pregnant by the English GIs. And it's because culturally in England, the woman is the pursuer and the man puts on the brakes. But here, of course, the women put on the brakes and the men are pursuing. And so when Jenny and I got together, neither of us had a brake pedal. We were just like, go, 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 go. And I was finally like, that's the explanation. That I needed that explanation because it felt way too good to be true. Did this happen to you and your wife?
That makes sense. No, I wouldn't say it was.
And I'm
like
not
that.
trying to say that your wife got with you too early. I'm just saying, was at any point did you go, this gal's down to party more than normal?
No, I mean, now that you're saying all this, it definitely makes sense. Just the way we met and everything.
Oh, wow. Okay. Monica's got a real
I'm
cross look on her.
I'm really skeptical.
Well,
Not
that
of
really-
you, but,
That really was a paper I read in college. I didn't
Yeah.
make any of that up.
but could it be the prepregnancy wise? Could that be like condoms and stuff? Could that
Well,
just
no,
be
the
like
point
a
was-
different
Yeah.
cultural?
Well, but that was going to be universal between all four parties, right? The question is, why were so many American guys knocking up? It's just proof that they had sex. So there's way more sex happening between the American men and the English women than the English men and the American women.
Or American men just wanted to prove it, and British are gentlemen.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The British
Yeah.
dudes are the ones that go, no, we should wait. It's just cultural. No one's to blame. That's just how
Or
we grow
they
up.
just don't talk about it.
Yeah, they just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Americans just want to have the
They
kid to
do.
prove that they had sex.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had
The
this
British
child.
are just
See,
like,
I had
yeah, I had
sex
sex.
once.
Okay, but did you feel at all that your wife was like, oh, she's pursuing me as much as I'm pursuing her?
No, I didn't know she was a girl at first. When we first met,
This story just took a super interesting turn.
Online. You should probably say online.
online.
Just got a boner. I was so excited to hear where this story was going.
She definitely
I
looks like a
didn't know
girl.
if she was a girl.
She definitely looks female.
That was.
I didn't know if he was a girl or not. Okay, so
So basically, this artist connected us over email and said, "You two have a similar art style. You should meet and collaborate on something."
yeah, like a
And-
child.
So she was a part of an art collective, and she had an art name. Like, I mean, artists.
It was
have these-
ambiguous.
yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know who I was talking to. I didn't
Unicorn
see photos
85
of her.
or something. Do you remember her art name?
Schoolboy Error.
Yeah, that's very confusing.
Yeah.
I would be certain I was talking to a schoolboy.
Yeah, I was confused by it, but yeah, we were friends for a long time.
Over email.
Yeah,
This is really cute.
Before you found out her gender. You were
Yeah,
friends for a long
yeah.
time. Wow, interesting.
And is there flirting that starts happening in the emails?
no, I mean it was like literally, it was just art.
Art.
That's all we talked about.
You're both painters?
Yeah.
Okay. And when do you meet face to face?
2006, 5?
Yeah, it was on her first record. She happened. Her dad had moved to Falls Church, Virginia, and yeah, we happened to be passing through playing a show, and I invited her out to a show because we were playing close to there.
And it's a gangster move.
Yeah.
Your beats
Totally.
dinner.
When she showed
I'm playing
up,
a show.
Yeah.
got a show. When she showed up, she thought she was coming to an art show.
Oh, that makes
So-
sense.
And you
Yeah, it
thought
was-
she was a boy, so there was just a lot of confusion.
There was a lot of confusion. for
Wow, I like that. And how big were you guys at that time? How big is this show? Hundreds of people or 1,000
sure.
people?
I took her out to Church's Chicken,
Hell yeah,
dinner.
you did.
Love
and that was
chicken.
my per diems for the week.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You blew it all
worth.
there.
Blew it all, yeah.
Well, you wined and dined the shit out of her
Nah,
at
dude.
churches.
The show is
$15.
very small. We were probably playing for like 40 people, maybe.
Yeah, I think we were the second of 5 bands.
So isn't that's kind of encouraging, right? Because you can trust certainly her reaction a lot better than if you were single today and invited someone to your show. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be intoxicating for someone to show up at a show with thousands of people wanting to be close to you, and they might have a chance.
I suppose so. I don't know.
Oh, you never think about that, I'm sure.
I don't really. I mean,
We're old, dude. that was a young man's game.
Yeah. Okay, right. So you're both in monogamous relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That would be hard. I find that to be challenging. I have a similar job where I have to go make out with people and pretend I'm in love with them, you know, and then not have sex with them in our trailer.
I think it's like if I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people say that. Ask if that's hard. And honestly, I've never had a problem with it really. But I mean,
Oh, really?
I've been single in the band. I've
Yeah.
like, you know, it's you never.
But
we kinda-
suffice to say,
we have,
a lot
we
of
have,
us-
we have a pretty good rule with that. Like we don't try to do that kind of thing. It's man, that's just not fair. Like
It's
it's
easy.
you're a guy in a band. Like anytime I see we tour the band that kind of gets real skeezy with, particularly with fans.
Right.
I'm like, come on, man. You're already a dude in a band. You're already up on stage.
Yeah.
Like I see a guy that's already, you know, handsome and in a band and popular and stuff. I'm like, you're already shooting fish in a barrel. You don't need to use a machine gun, man. Come on. Like,
Okay. So you feel like the power dynamic is just not. It would be
we don't use
unethical.
that. It's a. I mean, it's a. You know, we
Okay.
don't use
But
that.
so great.
Or
So
don't
this is fertile ground for us. to-
abuse.
Yeah, it is.
Don't
Yeah.
abuse that. Yes.
Okay. Well, first of all, that's really admirable, and I'm
Very
sincere about
respectable,
that.
yeah.
It's really, really.
I
hard.
was so horny when I was young, and I just can't imagine not. If someone was willing to have sex with me, I just can't imagine not doing that.
Yeah,
personally.
we give each other so much shit.
Sex.
Yeah, we give each other so many hand jobs. With our mouth.
We never let ourselves get horny. That's band rule number 1.
Oh, totally. So it clouds, it clouds your judgment.
Sure.
Yeah. It's do what you got to do, man.
So, but we would agree, though, that historically, right, quite often what compels men to do anything, whether it's build a bridge or a skyscraper or a super highway, is to get notoriety, glory, and then hopefully a woman.
Yeah.
It's a part of the recipe, right?
Yeah, I suppose it is. It's a weird thing, though. I didn't like the Stones
Okay.
growing up, mainly because of like Mick
The
Jagger
rock
on
and roll
stage and the
thing,
rock
like-
and roll thing.
Oh, really? Because how sexual he was?
Yeah, I was never a rock and roll kid.
Okay.
As much as I like rock and roll, it's like
Do you still not like the Rolling Stones?
no, I like the Rolling Stones.
Okay, because
Nah.
I think we got to agree they're the best rock band of all time. No.
Well, we could talk about that.
Well, who is it?
I mean, I'm a Beatles kid.
Beatles, yeah.
I
You're a
grew up on
Beatles.
the Beatles.
Okay, so let's just say the Beatles are number 1. Who's number 2?
I don't know. I'm Beatles, Floyd.
Oh, Floyd.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Big Floyd. Yeah.
more of the art.
Because you like the
rock.
sophistication of their music, the arrangements and everything.
I don't know what it is.
I was super into the Rolling Stones. I was mostly into Led Zeppelin. Then I was into Rolling Stones. But when I did hear the song, I wake up, I get out of bed, I run a comb, I grows my the places that song goes
It's insane.
in 5 minutes.
So many key changes and so many just like
Yes.
crazy. It's like a movie.
I was like driving in my car. I heard it, and for the first time ever, I was like, "This is the most complicated, seamless, wonderful, somehow in its totality, perfectly all the same tone. Yet it's nuts."
I felt the exact same way. Happiness is a Warm Gun was a song that like by the Beatles that
How's that one go?
that's the she's not a girl who misses much. And then but it ends up with the Mother Superior and it's like 3 different songs in one and it's incredibly short.
And their recording equipment back then did not lend itself to stitching things together. So it's like they had to play pretty big hunks of that seamlessly, right?
Yeah, they did a lot of. I mean, the Beatles really were innovators. They really paved the way for modern music production, and they were the first to do a lot of things.
Right.
Stones always had rad production too, though. Their production was like.
I just think
always
like rock and roll, the actual word rock and roll, what that elicits emotionally to me is so perfectly encapsulated by the Rolling Stones. Just the guitar
No, it
licks
totally
and
is,
the
yeah.
fuck you of it all.
Yeah.
And if you watch, there's that great, have you guys seen that documentary about them called Hellfire Hurricane or something?
Oh, I haven't seen that.
No, somebody's
yeah.
just talking about
Yeah.
that.
You guys gotta
I'll
see
check
that.
out, yeah.
There's a couple great things about it. One being, they were, I mean, you mentioned Liam Gallagher or whatever earlier, right? In his routine was kind of that he hated being interviewed and he was a misanthrope, whatever. But they were the original of that. They were just touring the world. They were the biggest thing in the world. And they didn't give a flying fuck. And it's crazy people would continue interviewing them because they were really just bailed out during it. And then the fact that they would go away to an island, just do drugs for like 2.5 months and come out with Sticky Fingers or whatever album it was, is pretty incredible.
Pretty amazing, yeah.
Who are you guys emulating? Who are you aiming towards? And did you ever have that conversation?
Yeah, kind of. It was for me. It was hearing Wu-Tang for the first time.
Okay.
And I mean, just to bring this around, because Wu-Tang's obviously hip hop, and we're not hip hop.
Right.
Growing up on the Beatles, the reason I was into the Beatles and the reason I was into Floyd was probably more the lyrics and just I live in the middle of nowhere. I have my imagination, and you can create these characters, and everything with their music was so visual. Like it was like they're telling stories.
Yeah.
I think growing up on Motown and the Beatles and these things, hearing Wu-Tang was like, that was the biggest eye opener for me, because it was hearing, I mean, talking about that era, there were a handful of mics and there's a handful of guitars and there's a handful of amps. The stuff that RZA was sampling it was just like so perfectly that era. Even if you don't know the song, you know the sound of a mic on a piano from that era. And that's what made me want to play music, was like, could I just write a 4-bar lick and loop it? Can we figure out how to use drum machines? It was really getting into using that stuff, like using more software and things like that.
And there's a neat thing to point out here about art in general, which is it's okay to be copying people, because in a weird way, when you copy someone, it goes through your filter. You can't actually copy someone. Like you'll hear so many. I don't know. You guys listen to Stern, but he'll have legends on. Almost all these legends were trying to be somebody.
Oh, for sure.
Whether it was the Who or whatever, and just it can't help but pass through your filter and become the thing that you could make, right? So, do you think it's important for people to kind of lighten up on themselves and just go ahead and aspire to something, and let it pass through you and become something different?
Yeah, totally, man. It's funny when you think about Oasis. I mean, just Oasis talking about the Beatles and straight up using Beatles lyrics and Beatles melodies and Stones, and everything they did is everything everybody's done is built on something else. I mean, just the thought that somebody would think that they're fully original. Tom York is not fully original. Like Radiohead is not out of nowhere.
Right.
They're referencing things, and that's what music should be, and that's where it started. It's Woody Guthrie and Pete Seeger and Bob Dylan traveling from town to town, telling stories with a guitar. Just, this is my experience, and then you give it to somebody in that town. They create their own thing with that progression and talk about their experience within this structure and this melody.
Yeah. So what's obvious to me about you, John, is that you know the history of all this, right? And I have to imagine you have a pretty romantic vision of what all that was, like Bob Dylan traveling around and doing these things. Did you have just a general romantic view about all this stuff?
I don't think so, actually.
No,
probably not.
Yeah, I didn't even listen to Dylan a whole lot growing up.
Oh, okay.
To be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
All kind of things we've learned.
Yeah, it's things that you pick up along the way. I mean, we listen to it. We listen to Roy Orbison. But when you grow up listening to all these radio and everything that my dad had given me, like AM radio, you get 50s and earlier stuff. You get early blues and bluegrass. You start to connect, well, that's clearly this song.
Yeah.
And that was clearly borrowed from this person. And then you hear Smokey Robinson wrote this song for this artist.
Yeah.
And I think it's something that's kind of lost today.
Mm-hmm.
And I see it in publishing splits. When you go into the studio with people, there's the guy on the couch who wants 20% because he's one of the 5 people that were in the room, whether he played on it or not.
Right.
And I think the whole idea of thinking about who's in this room and like what is the percentage of the people in the room, like, do I give the cut to the person on the bus that was telling that story and I picked up that lyric?
Right.
Like, how do you divide that up? Like,
Yeah.
how do you measure that?
How do you guys divide shit up? Do you all split?
I take it.
You take it.
That's my.
He doles it out to us weekly. He'll throw some change on the floor every now and then.
He cuts a very small hole in his pocket and he kind of wanders around. And
we just follow him around all the time. And
okay,
no,
so
it depends on every song,
depending on who actually wrote it. But it's
Yeah.
not just like some bands go into it right, and it's just an even split no matter what happens.
Yeah,
right.
totally. We don't not all of us go into the studio.
Right.
Not all of us. And when we're there, we don't do the roles that a lot of people think we do. Like, I play bass in the band. I hardly ever play bass in the studio. I like helping with lyrics and stuff.
Oh,
more than
okay.
that. Like that's my thing. And we all we do a bunch of different things, and everybody has their strengths in certain spots. And some people, certain people come in a lot at the beginning and then leave for the end, because it's just like, we all just kind of figured out, we're all wildly different people.
Right.
And we figured out where everybody does the best. And sometimes the situation was like, I'm not going to help the situation, so I'm going to leave.
Yeah. So how do you guys navigate? To me, that the hardest part of being in a band would be, well, the greatest thing would be the camaraderie. You guys are in an army, you have a shared goal and objective, and you're doing it together, and that's awesome. But how do you guys navigate egos?
That's
ditch
not really,
it.
Yeah, there's not really
There's
keep
never
each other.
any friction.
Oh, there's fighting all the time.
There is. Okay, good.
But it's not really ego fighting as much. Like, everybody, we shed that of all. We constantly just talk shit to each other.
Okay,
all day.
so I'm just gonna recap a bit, because you didn't get into this to get ass, which is interesting and very evolved of you, and I'm proud of both of you.
I mean, I've not been. I'm not an angel.
Okay.
But
But clearly, you guys
generally
are.
we don't. We don't get after. We're pretty nice boys.
Okay. And then
I've
but
had
even
sex
John
before.
was put off by Mick Jagger's gyrating hips and voluptuous lips to some degree. So that's interesting. And then you guys aren't egomaniacs, which is suspicious to say the least. And you're not fighting each other a lot. So I guess my question is, what's the engine? You know, what drives the creativity?
None of us are very like technical, except Kyle. And Kyle's the guy that our keyboard player. He'll go and he'll play. He'll stay up
jazz
all night
standard or
playing classical piano. So that he works on getting technically better, and our guitarist does too. We don't really work on chops or anything like that. It's more about like we were never the guys that just stayed in our rooms
And
all day
shredded.
and practice to get better. We practice. All we want to do is we keep wanting to outdo ourselves, and we want to write a better song than the last one.
Yeah.
And I think
but
that's
even
what
if you're
keeps us
not
going.
in there doing scales and whatnot, it
We're
does-
always writing songs.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. It's a time commitment, right, to be massaging all these songs and everything. And so, John, is there anything that about that process when you started doing it that gave you relief at all, or just felt nice?
I think for me, when it came to, what drives me
Mhm.
is, I'm a competitive person.
Okay.
It's not ego. There's got to be a little bit of ego to that,
Sure.
but it's probably a lot of like wanting that era. Like I love the '60s. I loved hearing oldies radio and saying every single song is amazing. How did they write songs in under 3 minutes and all of them are so great?
Mhm.
It's wanting that competitive era of music back,
Mhm.
and really trying to just it's outdo ourselves, but push our contemporaries to write better songs. Like I want to have some competition in music,
Yeah.
and
totally.
see
Well,
better music happening.
The Beatles famously had the Beach Boys, right?
Yeah.
In Pet Sounds, there's some big. Guys would know it better than me, but there was some rivalry, and then the result was Sgt. Pepper's. Yeah. Is that-
Yeah,
Yeah.
And they theorized that sent Brian Wilson into a dark place.
yeah.
Who's your
Bummer.
Beach Boys, or you can be the Beach Boys in this scenario? Is there a band that you guys feel like, fuck, man, that song's pretty goddamn good. I wish that song was just a little less good.
Oh man, I don't really listen to them, but actually, you know what? I won't even shout them out.
Oh, really? Oh, you're that dark of a competitor.
That's how competitive he is. Wow.
You don't want them to
know.
know you're coming from them.
Oh, shit.
How about you, Zach? Is there a
Very nice.
band out there that you think is doing what you would want to do? Or that
I'm
you
not
could
a.
strive
I mean,
to
there's a
do?
bunch of people. Yeah, there's a bunch of people that
Who are some of them?
Kanye, Kendrick. Those guys are doing rad shit.
Okay.
But it's not really in competition with us. I'm not as competitive, but I mean, there are people like in our wheelhouse, but we're always fans of them because there is that kind of thing. Even if there's a competing band who we may fight for on,
In the charts.
chart positions, I'm pumped that if we're high up, if we're battling for number 1 and number 2,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, the world's getting fucking cooler.
Yeah,
So I'm all for that. I totally want to be number 1,
Sure.
but I want the top 10 to be filled with amazing acts and amazing
Yeah, but
artists.
as you said, there is some fruit that comes out of competition, right? And if you're being
Makes
driven,
everybody better.
yeah,
There are acts that I wish would try harder. And I mean, I really hate saying this one because I really like their music.
Yeah.
I think MGMT, when they put out that first record, it was super, super impressive, and it broke through to the mainstream, and it did this thing that is so unbelievably rare. And one thing that I didn't like about that was they acted like it was a joke. They broke through this record and they said, oh, well, it was just a joke record. We made like lyrics, we were just fucking around, made this great, really amazing record that, I mean, it's made a huge impact on so many kids and so many experiences that were, I mean, had by so many people with this record, and they think it's a joke. And this goes
Is
back to
MGM? I'm getting confused. Who's the guys that are on every single song now? They're with Halsey and.
You're thinking of Chainsmokers.
I am, because they did a similar thing. I
very
just heard them
different.
interviewed, and I think they put out a joke album that got really popular. But it really was a joke album,
Yeah, I could
and
believe
then
that.
they were kind of embarrassed that it got popular, and then they just had to learn to embrace it.
There's a really great Chainsmokers tutorial, how to write a Chainsmokers song.
Oh yeah.
Everybody
yeah.
should Look
It's
that up
on what? On
That's-
YouTube?
that's-
Pretty
that's
funny,
why-
yeah.
You think I
My
could
favorite.
learn to write a Chainsmokers song?
It's
This
just
is-
pretty funny
It's
to
pretty
watch.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, so I watched. I did a little research on you guys, and I ended up watching this video. Is it Live in the Moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there's this inexplicable car chase in this video, and it's in a '90s front wheel drive Cadillac Eldorado,
Which is in my driveway now.
you have that.
Yeah. Well, we have one of them. One got wrecked.
Right. I got so much to say about just that because I worked for General Motors at that time. And it has
no.
the 4.4 liter V8.
I think so. We don't. They gave us the wrong keys. I think they threw away the keys to the one they crashed. And our keyboardist Kyle's trying to use that to get around town. It
Okay.
still has the puppet heads in the back seat too.
Who thought of this idea? Why? Who pitched this? And what? First of all, I loved it. So I'm asking these questions as a fan of the video.
It was kind of,
but
well,
it's preposterous. How did this idea come about, and why did you guys embrace it?
It was kind of a lot of people talking around a table for this one. It was we had joined forces with our buddies at Widening Kennedy, who is they're really amazing ad agency.
Okay.
And we ended up working together on this album. They got time and funding to do just fun projects. They do a lot of commercials, and they're creatives, but they're always having to make people happy and be very specific about their things, which they're very good at. And so to keep them creative, they decided they just wanted to do a project just for fun. We didn't have to worry about making any money.
Right. You were
just
like
for fun.
You were like the pro bono law case that
Exactly.
a lawyer takes.
And
Yeah.
it was like one of those movies.
Keep themselves feeling good about
Pretty
themselves.
much, yeah. And we have been friends with these guys for a long time. And we'd often just go out drinking or sit around dinner and come up with crazy ideas. And now we just decided to actually use them and turn them into videos. So it was originated from just stuff that we grew up with, skate
Sabotage?
movies. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, there's a total sabotage
there's
influence
Definitely
in
a
there,
sabotage feel for that.
That's Spike Jonze, right?
Yeah,
Directed?
totally. That
Yeah.
video's
It's the best. It's the best
one of my
video ever
favorites.
made.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
And,
Welcome to Hell.
Yeah, totally. Welcome to Hell, like 90s skate movies. And then obviously puppets. And we grew up on total Muppets and Pee-wee's Playhouse. And and so we wanted to kind of just have a ridiculous 90s video that we thought would be funny. We wanted to have giant puppets, and boy, it was really, really fun to do.
Yeah. And who jumped the Cadillac?
That was a stunt, man. They wouldn't let me do it. I tried.
Yeah, I've been in similar situations.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any interest in cars?
Not a ton.
Yeah.
Our
Well, you said you don't
guitarist
own
is-
one.
Yeah, well, kind of. Like I have the van that we toured in forever, and we have that. But we're home so little. I usually just
Do you guys
drive
tour
down to
on buses
Red
now?
Yeah.
Can I tell you one 2-second funny story?
Oh yeah.
So my wife's friend is this actress, Jennifer Carpenter. She was on Dexter. She comes over to visit the house. She brings her boyfriend. His name is Seth. All I know is I've been told he's in a band, and I'm slowly trying to evaluate like what kind of band he's in, you know. And I go, so you tour a lot? And he's like, yeah, we tour, whatever, 150 days a year. I'm like, oh wow. And you're in a van?
Yeah.
He goes, no, we're in buses. We got a few buses. And I'm like, you're in Prevost.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Well, it's Seth Avett from the Avett Brothers. I then come to they become my favorite band, and I've seen them a bunch of times. But just the moment where I'm asking if he's in a fucking 81 Dodge Beachcomber, and he's being very polite.
Well, you have to know, because a lot of people, if I'm just meeting a guy, I'm talking to a guy in Uber or something, it's like, what do you do? You in a, and I'm like, I play music. I'm in a band. He's like, cool. What restaurant you work at? And and you don't really want to say. I'm like, no, I'm actually in like we do well.
I don't want to brag.
You can't brag.
We're crushing.
You can't really say anything. So there is, if you do want to get to know, we kind of have to do
That's pretty
that
much
on,
the line, right? Yeah.
Totally. And so we know when we meet somebody and they say they're in a band I've never heard of, I can ask like, oh, you got any shows come up? What venue are you doing? Then they give me a few of those. I'm like, okay, I know. I'm like, you're in a van, or you're either just about to get in a van to a bus, or you're in a couple buses. Like I can kind of.
And you're smart enough because you have the experience to know the venues. Like I wouldn't have really known. Yeah. Like I wouldn't have said, do you play Red Rock or whatever?
Yeah. We played with the Everett Brothers at Red Rocks. Actually.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to the show a year ago at the Red Rock.
Oh, dude, it's an amazing place.
I've heard it's like the coolest place you could ever see.
It pretty much is, yeah.
There's a lot of places named Red Rock, though, but this is the Red Rock in...
Morrison, Colorado, yeah.
Yeah, Colorado.
Denver, yeah. It's fantastic.
I really regret not going. I'll make a point to go back. If
They'll,
you guys are
they'll,
there.
they'll do it again.
But when did you switch from the van to the bus? What year was that?
Oh, it was 2011.
2011.
And, yeah. So we did, and we were in a band before this. So we basically did 8 years doing 300 days a year in
God
a van.
bless you.
Like we lived in the van. We didn't have houses or anything like that.
You
pretty
so
much.
deserve to be here.
Yeah,
not in my
paid
attic,
we
but,
paid our,
but at the Grammys.
It's really great.
But tell me,
cool.
the first time you guys walk onto a Prevost tour bus, do you look at each other and go like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?"
Basically, it was a ridiculous day. The venue that was like the biggest venue in town that we could ever play, we had already done to where we could sell that thing out now. We actually used it for rehearsal. We rented it out for ourselves for 2 days because we had a light package and we rented audio gear for the first time.
Yeah.
It was the first time we were going out on a big tour, and we had to figure out how to use it. So we rented out the venue that was always kind of untouchable to us, and we were just like, man, this is just ours to practice in and kind of figure out how to do lights and everything. And we were still our own crew. We still had to load in and load out every night and pack the trailer. And, but we got on the bus and it was really fun. We tried to figure out the audio and we just turned it on, and our song that did not get big on the radio, but it was doing well in Portland.
Yeah.
We turned on the radio and it was right at the beginning.
Perfect.
We started playing that song. We had brought champagne.
Oh, I
We brought
love
some
it.
Andre, and it was amazing though, because I was one of the night drivers. John could drive all day. And
in the van.
In the van, yeah. And so we didn't sleep very much, and so I would drive half the night. And so we started off in Portland, and our first show was down in the Bay Area, and that drive always fucking killed me. So I'd drive all night and then do a show the next day, then usually do press. And so I just start off the tour. I'm like, day one, I'm already just tired as fuck.
Yeah.
And you just never really recover.
Right.
And so I
It goes
remember
downhill from there.
I had a few glasses of champagne, some shots, and I remember going to sleep and waking up in San Francisco. And I was like, it was the best day.
Did you think, oh fuck, I can never go back?
What I learned was we do miss a lot of things. We had a lot of freedom, but it was also before we had to do, we had press. It was before people cared about us at all.
Right.
So it was really fun driving through the desert on a day off, and we'd see what looked like a cave at the top of a mountain. Like, hey, let's pull off and just go check that out.
Yeah.
And we'd see world's biggest blank.
Twine ball.
We saw all of that shit, all the gas stations, and we had a lot of fun doing that kind of stuff. Being broke and on the road, you find very interesting ways to entertain yourselves.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of, I do miss
it
that.
probably generates a little more material.
Yeah.
As life
totally.
gets softer, less and less material starts flowing from, right? Because adversity creates most art in some way, right?
You got to buy your
True.
own groceries. Like
Yep.
it's so necessary.
Can't write.
I don't
if
see
you
how
can't relate.
people like Tom Cruise do what he does. I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, how does it? He can't go out and buy groceries. How does he know what normal people look like?
Yeah.
How does he do that?
That's why it's actually that much more impressive when a guy like that does stay relevant, doing great work, all that stuff, because it gets increasing. It's particularly hard on comedians, because if you look at most comedians, their early part of their career, most of what they're portraying is the people that shit on them their whole lives, right? Like it's either their fucking high school principal or this guy that, some boss they had, right? But as that gets further and further in the rearview mirror, and you're the boss and you're the one shitting on people, you run out of material
and relatable.
And you watch the comedians just traditionally don't age that well because they get, their life gets good and they like themselves, and there's no reason
then it
to.
gets weird. And you can't relate. Like, don't you just hate it when your private jet, like they run out of your food, so you have to drink.
Oh,
your
we had to
second favorite one.
refuel in Iceland.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
It was bullshit. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's got to be tough.
Yeah, but to that point, do you guys have any, do you think about that kind of stuff? Like, God, if we get even self-fulfillment, self-actualization, those things are dangerous for an artist, right?
Yeah.
Self-esteem is dangerous for an artist.
Totally.
I mean, I'm coming to I'm trying to redefine my point of view, where I'm now separating that, where I don't have to be so afraid of being penniless to motivate me to write a script. Like, I got to unplug that, right? I'd like to write from a place of happiness and figure that out. But do you guys have those thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, we worked on this record for 3 years, 4 years, and there was a point where we were recording. We were out in Malibu, and we're recording with Mike D, who is our fucking hero.
Sure.
And we're at Shangri-La. We're at Rick Rubin's studio.
Yeah.
And drinking smoothies every single morning. And everything we did was great. I mean, it was all so good. And there's just something about that it just got to this point where every single day, like, this is rad. This is rad. We got another song. Like, everything was flowing, but it just wasn't feeling like
you had earned it.
Yeah, we didn't have that struggle. Like, it's got to be there. You got to be working for something.
Do you feel that the work was not as good as previous work where you had struggled?
I thought it was rad.
Yeah,
I mean, the
it was-
stuff is
Okay,
really
good.
cool.
So
But
you
it
do
was
believe you
different.
could work from a place of peace and happiness and
You
fulfillment.
can. It just wasn't ready.
wasn't
We
for
weren't
us.
ready for it.
Oh, you weren't ready for
We're
it.
not ready for that yet.
Yeah, I've had the unique pleasure of visiting, in fact, Seth out there at the Shangri-La thing.
That's amazing, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I my first thought was, how does one ever go inside this studio to record? Because you're in Malibu and it's amazing.
Yeah, it was well, because in there, I mean, especially if you're a musician, all the things that they have in there,
Yes.
it's like, dude, it's
Like a Smithsonian of
it's-
cool recording
yeah.
stuff. And
everything you want, and that house is just perfect.
and did you interact with Rick a lot?
No, he was gone most of the time. We
Okay.
only we didn't hang out with him at all. It was really funny though. We had
You tried on his clothes when he wasn't there?
I rummaged through his unmentionables.
In fact, we
No.
recorded, most people don't know this, but the song
Yeah,
Rick's
That's it.
Unmentionables is literally Rick's Unmentionables.
Yeah, totally. Crazy for this one, Rick. No, it was really fun and really amazing. But but yeah, we had to kind of take a step back, and we totally. You're right. We weren't ready for that for sure.
Yeah. So the last question I want to ask you is, I have to imagine when you guys are in Alaska and you're imagining what it's like to be any number of these bands that you look up to, right? And you have a fantasy of what that life's going to be like and what you're going to feel about yourself if you attain that stuff. And then it starts happening. And do you feel like it has lived up to that? Or do you feel like, oh, wow, I thought I was like not going to have to brush my teeth anymore, but fuck, I still got to do that or I'm going to get cavities.
I don't think we ever had our. We never really thought we were gonna
Accomplish anything.
make it or anything. For some reason, I think watching Nirvana Unplugged, he makes a joke about breaking a string, and he just says something like, "I thought we were a big, rich rock band. I thought we were supposed to have a bunch of extra guitars." And then he talks about specifically asking David Geffen to buy that guitar for him. And I was just like, oh, maybe. For some reason, I always thought that, but then I just figured that I was an idiot and that I was wrong. So I guess I don't really think it was that crazy. And now, obviously, like, you know, meeting my heroes that are pretty normal guys. It's like,
Some are disappointing, right? Some are.
yeah.
I like the
Absolutely.
disappointing ones.
You
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah.
Because you get
Like,
to
wow.
chat afterwards about.
Yeah. It's different.
Way better stories.
There's only been a few that I've been starstruck for. Weird Al Yankovic.
Sure. Naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan. And that was
He's
awesome.
a super friendly guy too.
Oh,
on top
so
of it.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's so-
lives
yeah.
up to. He's exactly what you want him to be. He's not the
Totally.
bad version of this.
No, yeah, he is amazing. He's like too nice and too cool. But I mean, I expected that. But that was one where I was like, gulp, and didn't expect that. And then we were in LA a couple years ago, and we always we were at the Line Hotel. We were eating, and Jay-Z and Beyonce came in with their entire family
yes.
on Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Oh, perfect.
Like straight from church. So they were just completely dressed up.
To the
The
nines.
kids, the entire family,
Yeah.
they were fucking glowing.
Yes.
And I couldn't talk the rest. It was like I was the only other table in there.
Uh-huh.
And it was them, their security team, and their family.
Yeah.
And man, they just Beyonce smiled at me, and Jay kind of just gave me one of these. And I was like, fuck, I don't even know what to do. It was crazy.
He's my number one, just so you guys know.
Jay-Z's unbelievable.
Have you seen that documentary, Courting His Retirement album, which was the Black Album?
Yeah.
And I had no awareness of how he made those songs. I was just a fan of them. And to see that he goes into a studio, he says to Kanye, what do you got? And Kanye says, I got 7 tracks. He's like, let me hear them. And he's like, all right, I'll take 3, I'll take 5, and I'll take 7. And then he fucking sits there and bobs his head, and then he goes, all right, and he goes into the booth
Yeah.
and says those rhymes. I was like, this is not possible,
Dude.
because
It's so rare.
it is.
my favorite thing in the world.
It is every bit as amazing as Picasso making those paintings in 5
Totally.
minutes at the end of his career. It's just mind blowing. Even if you don't like hip hop, you have to watch that documentary and just watch a fucking unicorn that lives on planet Earth today that we all get to see.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
He's as good as it gets.
Yeah, he's badass.
So, just to finish up on that thought, though, you maybe are now, financially, you could maybe not have to worry. Like, you don't ever have to worry about getting that job you didn't want to get. Is there? Can you absorb the safety of that, or do you still have fear about the future?
You have to keep writing. I mean, that's the reason we play music. Is I just want to hear good music out there.
Yeah.
The goal was never make money.
Yeah.
It was actually the opposite at the beginning.
Yeah, when we started,
And it wasn't to get girls. Again, guys, I don't know what you're doing up there.
I don't know why we do
You're
this
just
either,
making
man.
music for the love of music. Who are you?
well, when I first came to Portland, we went to shows, and seeing shows outside of Alaska, like you're seeing a show for $3, and you're seeing a band that you know. T-shirts are $10. Sometimes they're $5, and we're watching these bands with 20 other people in the room, and it was just like seeing Zach cover these songs in school. It was this moment of, well, if they're doing this for gas money, we could do this for gas money.
Right.
Like if we can make it to the next town, we can play music.
Yeah.
And we bought a minivan, rice cooker, and a 5-pound bag of rice.
Boom.
And that's like all we wanted. Like we were just like, yeah, let's just go play music and have fun.
But once you win a Grammy, do you feel like, oh, I want to keep winning Grammys? Like I like this feeling, and I like the acclaim, what you said.
The
it's
recognition.
Yeah.
It's not so much that. I think we just always I just want to make myself happy, and I don't want to go back down. I want to write a better song next time.
Yeah.
I mean, I totally want to win another Grammy. That would be amazing. Hopefully they ask us back.
Yeah.
After
then
I doubt they will
Satanic
after
butt
that.
wiping.
They'll give it to you in absentia somehow. They'll figure out a way to change
Stick it
the
up his
date.
ass.
Yeah. They'll give you the wrong date, but they'll still let you win. Because you had no expectations, you weren't aiming for something. You just ended up there, and maybe your songwriting process was easy before. Do you have that fear of like, oh fuck, our next thing has to be good now?
I don't. That's the thing. It's like Feel It still got so big. There was like, well, shit, we can't try to write another song that big because it probably won't happen. All
You're
we
just
can
resigned to the fact there won't be that song.
maybe not,
again.
but
We didn't try to write that song.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
song was just,
Fell out of your ass.
It was out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's the Marvelettes too. It's Mr. Postman.
Oh.
I mean, that's the melody in the chorus. I mean, we're pretty transparent about this.
Yeah,
That is the way you write music. You
Uh-huh.
get these melodies and you say like, oh, this works. I can use this. The way I thought about it when we wrote it, it was just so out of nowhere. Like we were mixing Live in the Moment in one room.
Mhm.
I stepped into a side room and I just started playing that bass line.
Mhm.
And we laid it all down. Like pretty much everything on that track was recorded in 45 minutes. It was
Wow.
just super quick and
just like Jay-Z.
Just like fucking
Jay-Z.
I wish you guys had made a documentary about it so that I could be so nervous around you right now that you hate me.
That was the only time we've ever done anything like that. Normally it takes a really long time.
Yeah, we couldn't try to write a song like that. And I don't think anybody really can. Anybody who thinks they can just write hit songs, you can have a big name and your name will get you everything in the world.
Mhm.
Jay-Z can put out a record and no
It'll do
offense,
okay,
it doesn't
yeah.
matter how good the song is.
Sure.
If he wants it to go to radio, it'll go to radio.
Yes.
And that's just the way the music world works. You cannot plan on writing Crazy or Hey Ya. Like you can't write those things. Like that's just, it happens and it all comes down to who else you're competing with at the time. Who else is on the radio?
Mm-hmm.
It's
What's going on in the world? What's going on? It's like it's
Yeah,
so
you
many
can't.
things you can't plan for it. So we're just going to try to write a better song, which I
Okay.
do think we can do.
Well, one of my heroes is Howard Stern. And if I have a singular complaint about him in his interviews is that he can't comprehend that people don't think the way he does. Like he'll go, well, you had to be jealous of this person. No, you had to be dancing on their graves when you won. I'm going to accept that you guys are just better people than me. You weren't trying to get laid. You don't seem to care about money. And you're going to just write from a good place, and I applaud it, and I recognize you're aspirational in a lot of ways.
I feel like somehow you twisted us to like yeah. We're not that. We're like fucking. We do good things so we can sleep at night. We do a bunch of terrible shit too.
Okay,
I don't know how
good.
it's just like we, you know.
Good. I'm a ex scumbag who's still scumbag.
I'm scumbaggish.
Okay,
but
good.
But.
Because if someone tries to be you, they're going to fall very short, and then they're going to hate themselves, and it's your fault because you did not let them see the skeletons. But that's for a follow up.
We're angels, whatever. Never mind.
When you end up in that DUI picture, like Tiger Woods, I'm gonna have you back on. I'm gonna go, oh really, Zach?
Oh, for sure.
Explain this photo.
I get fucked up often.
Okay, great.
But
Do you think you have a healthy relationship with booze or an unhealthy one?
It's pretty healthy. I'm a pretty highly functioning alcoholic.
Okay,
and
great.
It's
in the way Bukowski was.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, great.
I drink too much, but eat
You're
terribly.
still
I
productive.
got yeah. But
Those are hard hurdles, aren't they? Yeah. That's the shit I'm talking about. Like, and that's what I was getting to is I had this fantasy that if I achieved certain things or got a certain amount of money, that everything in life would be easy now. It would be downhill. But no. The fucking big battle all day long is you got to eat 3 times a day. And that is so hard. It is almost impossible to make the right choice 3 times a day, 7 days a week.
Sure. Yeah. That's way too many options.
Yes.
Maybe like one thing a day. I can do one good thing a day.
Yeah. And you're saying at
do
a
3.
nice hotel, you're going to go downstairs. They're going to have a fucking ton of great options.
Totally. And I know they're going to have something healthy, but they're going to have something like a burger.
Yeah,
I want that.
You never, I guess my point is no one ever comes in and then they take the shackles of being a human off of you. Unfortunately.
No, yes.
It'd be awesome if they did, wouldn't
it? Which maybe people like Tom Cruise, if you can buy an island and just live on it, just be don't allow cheeseburgers on my island.
He has to make 3 good decisions a day too.
Oh man.
And he's making clearly very good ones because he's ripped at 50 whatever years old.
Yeah, he's still doing all right.
All right, dudes. We love Tom Cruise. We love Jay-Z. Thanks for coming in and talking to us. I know you guys are busy. So come back and talk to me after you wipe your ass with another Grammy.
Deal. Thanks, man.
And now begins my favorite part of the show, Fact Check with Monica Patman.
Dearest Armcharies, I just want to post a listener advisory for the Fact Check today. It has some very raunchy sexual talk. So if that's not for you, keep it moving. Love you.
Monica. Bad man.
Wow.
Let's set the scene for people because this is a listening experience.
Yeah.
It is not a visual experience, but I do think it's occasionally informative to point out what's happening. How sweaty are we right now?
I mean, dripping. It's confusing because I just got a facial, so I was glowing, and I guess I still am, but I think it's because
it's more of a sheen.
Sweat.
It's a sheen now. So the attic is blazing hot. We're on a heat wave here, and we got a
triple
heat wave.
digits.
Yeah, triple digits. Yesterday was like a 110, 115, something nuts, and today it's in the high hundreds. And
it's in the high hundreds.
High hundreds. There's a high pressure system blowing through the attic, but yeah, it's about 10 trillion degrees in the attic, and whatever. I don't know, but just put that.
So you know.
Yeah, that's the context.
It's a little background info.
So if we get cranky at one another, let's blame it on that.
Yeah. Okay. So Portugal the Man, they were so nice.
Mm-hmm.
I liked them so much.
It made me a little disappointed in my own self when I heard how responsibly they were handling their rock star status.
I think they were getting annoyed, or not annoyed, but I think they were like, no, you're making too big of a deal about how nice we are because we're not that nice.
Right.
Which means they are nice.
I don't know.
Yeah, it means you're extra nice.
I think they're
nice
humans, so my hunch is they do have skeletons.
Of course, everyone does. Sure. The Alaska State Trooper Show. You bring that up. Uh-huh. That's an American documentary.
What if you just said that's an American classic and you left it at that? Sorry. It's an American
documentary television series. Aired on National Geographic Channel. Came out in 2009. Went 7 seasons. Show followed the daily beats of various bureaus within the Alaska State Troopers.
That's more seasons.
And you loved it.
I did. It's more seasons than Parenthood.
Yeah, one more.
We could deduce that it was a better show. So if you liked Parenthood,
Then you'll like this.
because it's clearly a better show. You can quantify it.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
That's what we
You heard it
said.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. The Iditarod came up many, many times. And you said there's a bunch of documentaries about it, and that there are. One is called The Great Alone. It's on Netflix. Another one's called Iditarod, Toughest Race on Earth. The reason you said this is because you were like, people kind of think, some people may think.
That it's, cruel to the dogs.
Exactly. But then you were saying, but it's actually not. But in 2017, there was a documentary that came out called Sled Dogs that definitely says
The Boyle movie, the Danny Boyle movie? Sled Dog Millionaire? Is that the same?
Oh.
Is that the same documentary? Sled Dog Millionaire?
that was a documentary about my life.
What could have been your life?
Yeah. Sled Dogs was not favorable towards these races.
Having not seen the documentary, and I'm sure it's heartfelt and wonderful. Well, I guess I don't know that I can get behind this title because Sled Dog sounds like a bunch of bros. Like it's about my sled dogs who I go sledding with. You know what I'm saying?
I guess, but you know that they're called sled dogs.
I do, but sled dogs. It sounds like cool.
Well, it's not cool, according to this documentary. They're saying that they're just saying there's some shocking stuff that happens with these dogs, including a 2010 incident in Whistler, British Columbia.
BC, yeah. Blackcomb. No, is that there? Yeah. Sorry.
What's that mean?
There's a ski resort in Whistler called, I think, Whistler Blackcomb, and it's in BC. And
cool.
It's great snowboarding. They have a glacier, and they're open all summer.
Let's go. I wish so bad we were on a glacier right now.
Yeah, me too.
Can you imagine?
Me too.
Okay. So 2010 incident in which a reported 100, quote, unprofitable, unquote, sled dogs were killed and buried in a mass grave. That's terrible. All right. So
were any of the documentaries entitled "Why the fuck is anyone doing this"?
I don't know.
Oh, because when I see it, my first thought is, why the fuck would anybody be that cold? And be out on a toboggan for that long at the mercy of 12 yapping dogs, high-strung canines.
That's true.
God bless those folks that enjoy that. But I can't really relate.
It's all relative, right? Or it's all personal. Because I watch wrestling. I watch UFC. And I think that, like who, why, what? Yeah. I don't understand. I do not understand the draw.
Can I try to make sense
male
of it?
ego?
Well, then, but cheerleading required a ton of training. And then it was ultimately put to the test. So the dedication and then the trial and then the reward is euphoric. And just to reduce it to female ego is a little.
That's any sport.
Yeah. That's right. And
this sport UFC, specifically.
So UFC, those guys train like 8 hours a day. It's very technical. A guy who's not even an alpha bully type guy could become amazing at that sport because he's so athletic and so dedicated and trains so hard. And because there's blood involved, I understand why it's repellent to you, but it is just, you guys are both doing something physical and then testing your skill against
same with
other
the dog
people.
sledding. Exact same. You just see that and you think, why? But it's the exact same situation. I watch UFC and I think it's a silly use of people's strength.
Yeah, to hurt each other.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay. How many dogs are on a traditional dog sled team? They had said 15 to 20. The 16 dogs is the answer.
16.
Joe Reddington Sr., who's one of the fathers of the Iditarod, he worked with John's dad. And then he said, yeah, he's like a hero in Alaska. And Herbie Nyackbuck, I think is what he said. I kept listening back and I'm not hearing it right.
Okay.
And I can't find who he's talking about. So listeners can help me out here.
Okay. Yeah. Tweet if you know Herbie Hancock.
Herbie Night.
Herbie the love dog.
So you mentioned the film Nell.
Oh,
Which is a movie with Jodie Foster, 1994 drama. And it's about a young woman who has to face other people for the first time after being raised by her mother in an isolated cabin. Sounds so scary.
You've never seen it? It's not a horror picture. It's more of a Tarzan movie.
Yeah.
Where they find this rabid creature out in the jungle who is Nell.
Ugh.
And they, of course, think she's slow and dumb.
Oh.
But it turns out she has her own language, and she says, "Chipite in the wind." And it's very rough as a fellow actor to watch it and imagine having to say "Chipite in the wind." But maybe as a non-actor, you could enjoy it more.
Yeah,
but I
that
think
sounds excruciating.
Yeah, I think you'd have a lot of secondhand embarrassment viewing the motion picture, which is not to take anything away from the many accomplishments of Nell.
Sure. Zach mentioned the high rate of suicide in Alaska. It is quite high.
It's staggering.
It bounces in and out of the number one in the country.
Who's it neck and neck with?
So according to one of these studies, Wyoming, which was surprising to me. I don't get it, but yeah.
Well, they're the northern. They're very northern. They're just below Montana, right? And a lot of snow, a lot of isolation, a lot of cold, a lot of.
Yes. What about Montana?
Well, here's the thing about Montana. Here's the thing that people don't realize about Montana. They've got Yellowstone National Park. So when they're feeling blue, they go over to Old Faithful. They see that old trusty gal erupt. And they go, if this fucking spout of water can keep humming along, so can I.
This is a good theory.
That's basically what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe you.
So if we could get some geothermal activity in Wyoming and or Alaska, you're going to see that rate plummet.
That's good. Now we have a solution.
Yep.
But they have a rate in 2015, a rate of 27.1 per 100,000 residents. And the U.S. national rate is 13 per 100,000.
Oh, so it's double. And then some.
Correct.
It's a little more than double.
Correct.
So
yeah, let's get on those
Adirondack
parks.
Oh, let's get some geothermal activity.
Some parks in there. You bring up the documentary Better, Stronger, Faster.
Oh,
And you said that there's no proof whether steroids are actually bad for you. And I just want I don't want it to seem like we're cavalier with steroid use.
Right.
Because many studies do say that it enlarges your heart.
That's not good.
And causes impotence and infertility. And lots of bad stuff. Those were the worst ones I saw. But
yeah, I'm certainly not pro steroids. But I was trying to relay what the documentary said, which is there's just never been a long-term study of it, so it's hard to. But yes, your heart is a muscle, and steroids are making all of your muscles bigger. So of course you're going to get some. Yeah.
And also, you don't really need. I don't think you need a super long-term study if they have been able to measure that people's hearts grow.
But that's the thing. They haven't measured. There's never been a study where they go, all right, let me measure your heart pre-steroids, and then let's check in every 5 years and we'll measure your heart. That hasn't happened. There hasn't been any volunteers who decided to do steroids to accommodate a scientific study. There are men who go use steroids to be bodybuilders.
But they might have done like animal testing and stuff.
Well, maybe some light animal testing.
I don't know. Because I don't think they would be able to say it if they had no proof of that.
I think what they can do is they can observe men's size of their hearts, steroid users, and then compare it to the mean average of heart sizes. I think they can do.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't think they have identical twins that have one did steroids and one didn't, or.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't do steroids. How about that? You feel better if I just say
no? I don't.
I kind of believe in steroids for athletics.
Oh boy.
I do. I think we're just chasing our tail, trying to crack down on it. And then it just becomes a contest of whose technology is better. So like Russia not Spartacus, Atticus. Icarus. In the Icarus documentary, you're just seeing the full force of a government help cheat. And how is Guam going to compete with that? So really all you're doing, you're not cracking down on steroid use. You're cracking down on people that don't have enough money to have a program that's successful.
But it's saying one group is doing a bad thing, so everyone should just everyone can just do bad things.
I know it's tricky. It is tricky.
Yeah.
It's very tricky. It's a utilitarian Kant argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also said beta blockers don't do anything but prevent your blood pressure from rising to a certain point, which that is the purpose of them. But you can pass out if you're on them and you don't need them.
So you're saying if people who want to pass out should take beta blockers?
Yep. That is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. Her message received loud and clear.
I'm not. I'm just trying to be careful. Did you ever do that in your...
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Okay.
And you care about people, and it's one of your nice qualities. In high school, did you guys ever pass each other out?
Ugh, I never did it because I was too scared and not able to be peer pressured in.
Right.
But people did it, yeah.
Yeah. And we did it in our junior high. Of course, I don't advise anyone do it because you're going to bonk your head eventually. That's what happens.
You shouldn't be passing out.
But would you prefer that the teens were, because what we would do, well, maybe I shouldn't even say the strategy because then someone might kind of repeat it.
Yeah, actually, no.
But I'm just going to say it. We would breathe in and out excessively, like bent over, and then you would sit up really quick, and someone would put their hands over your neck, and then you would pass out. And I guess if you were given the choice, let's just say that they're going to do it, would you rather have them take a handful of beta blockers or go mechanical with their technique? What would be your preference?
I guess beta blockers.
Yeah. Okay.
Ugh. Okay. In explaining, when John wiped his ass with his Grammy, kind of, which we now know is not really what happened. He was like recreating. He said a Liam Gallagher moment, and I didn't know who that was, and that is the lead singer of Oasis.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, you know the song Wonderwall.
Yes, I love, of course I know Wonderwall. Okay. That was such a huge
part of your
high school.
What grade? High school?
No, probably junior school.
Yeah.
I think middle school.
Yeah, my Wonderwall. Is that how it went?
Yeah. I love that song.
Yeah, it's a goodie.
Yeah, I really like it.
There's a very kick-ass documentary called Hellfire Hurricane about the Rolling Stones.
You said it in our thing.
Oh.
And it's actually called Crossfire Hurricane.
Crossfire Hurricane.
Yeah.
That makes more sense because that's a lyric from one of their songs. Crossfire. But that documentary, because obviously I was not alive when they were going around doing press and whatnot, but they were so... fuck it. I talked about it with them, right? They were so despondent in every interview.
Yeah.
They were such shits, but it was punk rock. Like young people loved it. And before I saw that, Oasis and Blur, is that who they had a kind of a rivalry? Oasis and Blur. And they were both shitheads in interviews. And I just was like, oh, these guys, get over yourself. But then after seeing Crossfire Hurricane, I was like, oh, this is kind of a tradition. And they're kind of doing what the Stones did. And then it was easier for me to handle.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I didn't know that he was the lead singer of Oasis.
Okay.
Now I know. You said you were making a joke, and you said, quote, I was 69ing a trophy, and then I went to ATM.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I know what it is, but I just don't know that we should include it in the telecast.
Yeah. Tell me.
ATM stands for something to mouth.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're not going to say on this podcast?
Ass to mouth. Yeah, that's kind of rough.
You said so.
My mother listens to this podcast.
Oh, my God. I can't believe that's the thing you decided to censor.
You don't think it deserves censoring?
I mean...
It's a very
69ing is earlier in that sentence.
But 69ing is like holding hands. It's almost cute. It's almost exclusively done in your late teens and early 20s. It's not like you're never going to walk in on grandma and grandpa 69ing. It just gets retired. It's like You
You're
want
probably not going to walk in on them
well,
doing some ass to mouth action.
Well, I can't speak to that, but
I'm just shocked
then
to my core that you had some reservation.
I'm starting
about
to
saying
think you don't know what I'm saying.
No, I know what you're saying.
Well, walk me through it.
No.
It's so innocent, but you can't actually walk me through it?
I did not say it was so innocent. I said of all the things you say, not me. I don't say very much gross stuff on here.
Okay.
Or controversial stuff. Well, whatever. But you do all the time and you love to do it. So I'm
think
shocked.
sex is a party.
So then why wouldn't you say it? That's my
Because
whole
I am sympathetic to the fact that many of our beautiful armchairies, God bless them,
Maybe I don't know what
are
you mean.
not. It means butt fucking and pulling your dick out of the ass and sticking it right in the girl's mouth and getting head while you were butt fucking. You didn't.
I did not know that.
Didn't. I knew it.
No, I didn't.
I knew it.
But I don't think most of the people would think that if they heard that. To me, that's
what could ass to mouth mean?
Eating someone's ass.
Oh, yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. That makes the most sense. Not incorporating all this other stuff.
Okay. So you're right. With your interpretation of ATM, I would have easily said that because I said it in a movie I wrote.
Correct.
But I would not have put anything in chips that said ass to mouth, the dick moving from ass to mouth.
Well, yeah. Okay.
That would have been too far.
Okay.
I will say, when this goes sideways and people are mad about it, I did warn you it was hot in here. It is very, very hot.
Okay. So Zach had said for the Grammy that they won, they were up against Despacito, which was like big.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know what else they were up against. Something Just Like This by Coldplay and the Chainsmokers.
Great.
Thought maybe you were going to sing it. Thunder by Imagine Dragons.
Okay.
And Stay by Zed and Alessia Cara.
All right.
Yeah.
Well done, boys.
They beat out a lot of good songs.
Yes, they did.
You mentioned and referred to it as the Memphis 4, and it's the West Memphis 3.
Oh, geez. Okay.
And the documentary that is so good about it is called Paradise Lost.
Mm-hmm.
It's three separate documentaries following the trial of these boys who were, they were accused
of murdering two young kids. Was it two?
It was...
I don't want to get this part wrong.
Three.
Three
prepubescent boys.
Yeah, it's a very sad story.
I know.
But it's equally sad that they convict these young boys because they basically had rock posters in their room.
Mm-hmm. I don't like that happened to those boys.
No, me neither.
All 6 of those boys.
Every time you say you said, in my head I hear, you say, I only hear what I want to. I don't listen how.
Interesting.
I turn the radio up, I turn the radio out. Lovers in love and the others run away. Lovers in... Do you know that song? Lisa Loeb?
Yeah.
Because I miss you.
Yeah.
I miss you. You said. So from now on, could you just embrace it and really go, you said.
I mean, no, because that would require me to sing a little bit on here.
But you're a dramatically better singer than me. And I'm doing quite a bit of singing.
You love
Some would
it.
say too much
You
singing.
like it. Zach mentioned that he thought somebody would have to buy his Grammy. And I actually told somebody else this.
Okay.
And I found no proof. I found no evidence that you have to buy a Grammy. And I looked pretty hard, but it still may be true. It probably is. But
it sounds crazy. I feel like they could.
Do you have to buy an Academy Award?
No.
Then probably.
But you do have to buy your gold medal. That is true.
That's true.
And there are countries that they're underfunded, whatever.
Right. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
So then maybe
this goes back
this
to
is
steroids. Should be an international fund to fund the gold medals and the steroids.
You reference a song. I wake up, I get out of bed, and you're talking about A Day in the Life.
By the
Just the
Beatles. By the Beatles.
Yeah. Yep. We already talked about Crossfire Hurricane, 2012, Netflix, iTunes. You can watch that.
So good.
You can watch it if you want to. Okay.
I was born in a crossfire hurricane.
Oh, that's it?
I don't know. I think so.
Oh. You said that the Chainsmokers released a joke album.
Yeah.
That is not true. I think you're getting mixed up because what they said is they released, their first or maybe not their first, their album hashtag Selfie.
Yeah.
In one of the singles, which was a song about social media and suggested that women are somehow more vain and annoying than men. And they were making a joke, like the whole album, I guess, was making fun of people who do that.
Uh-huh.
And so he was saying, we made a novelty record that was, in my opinion, one of the most clever records ever made. Obviously, not everyone got the joke. So they weren't making like, oh, we'll just like put this weird, what you were sort of.
There might be two different, they might have done two different things. They might have done something lyrically that is exactly what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I believe they were describing on Howard Stern was that they had recognized that all the hit songs of the last 2 years had the exact same predictable beat. And they purposely just put out an album of this predictable beat thing. Like they had cracked the code. And then they just did it to prove that it would work, but they don't like it. But it did work.
Right.
I feel like the story they were telling.
Yeah, that's kind of in keeping with this a little bit. I think they're like, because I guess they also got a lot of backlash of like, these guys are just bros. And they were like, that we're literally making fun of people who, Mm-hmm. So it's kind of the same, I guess. But that was interesting.
Yeah, both things could be true. Those could have been the lyrics on the album they were being.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He mentioned Wyden Kennedy ad agency, who helped with that car video that you were talking about. And I know Wyden Kennedy.
Oh, you do? Because have you shot a commercial for them?
Yeah. My first commercial here I did was with them, and it was definitely the most
What
creative
was the product?
Herbal essence.
That's a hair washing
shampoo, conditioner.
That's a
line.
chutney, like
It's a salve.
it's a salve, kind of like a ointment, hair ointment.
We were mermaids in that commercial.
You were?
Mm-hmm.
Did you swim?
No, we couldn't swim. The tail was so heavy.
You would have sank.
Yeah. Oh, we did have to swim a tiny bit in the commercial at the end. Yeah, I did not want to. I'm not good. I'm not a good swimmer.
What was the top? What the
situation?
Top? Yes.
It was shells.
It was shells.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sizable ones. Yeah.
Really quick.
They were glued onto us.
Whoa. Who got that job?
Yeah. A lot of people got to see a lot of stuff during that commercial.
And
yeah.
did you at any point, because it was your first commercial, where you're like, oh, Jesus, I'm already basically doing nudity? Did you have any kind of like, oh, wow, I feel a little bit objectified?
Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this because I think it's allowed, but it was a 2-day shoot. It was a 17-hour day and a 19-hour day.
Holy shit.
It was
was shells taped to or glued to your breasts.
And so by the end, once we got in our tail, we could not get out of the tail.
To pee or poop.
Well, yeah, definitely not that, but even to pee. And once we got in the tails, we also couldn't move. So they had to carry, they moved us onto gurneys and they were moving us around on gurneys.
Oh my gosh.
It
sounds like a
crazy
sociology experiment.
It was really crazy. But by the end of the 17-hour day and the 19-hour day, I could care less who is seeing anything. Just get everything off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now you know how to get people in the position
to just wear them down. I must see this commercial.
I'm sure you've seen it. I showed the girls all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh no, I would remember what you're saying.
It's quick. It's and that's also the thing.
I have a pause feature on my phone, and it'll be longer for me. Let's say this commercial, the spot we call them in the biz.
We do.
This is a 30-second spot.
Might be 15.
Even a 15-second spot's going to become about a 4.5-minute spot for me.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Am I allowed to talk about?
Yeah, of course.
That?
Okay. Yeah, you didn't sign an NDA.
I probably did.
Nah, I don't think you did.
I sign them all the time. And
For the audition,
yeah,
not for the shoot. I don't think.
it was so many years ago
What are they going to sue you about?
that I said that we weren't.
In fucking what you were in?
Yeah,
And that it was hard to.
yeah. It was so fun though.
It was.
I mean, yes, like I don't think I've ever felt like exhaustion like that, but it was so exciting and so fun because it was my first commercial here, and it was like the craziest commercial I've ever done.
Yeah.
Still, yeah, it was really fun. You mentioned sabotage in regards to this like video,
Yeah.
and that's a Beastie Boys song, and it was directed by Spike Jonze.
Who's a beast?
Yeah. John said they recorded with Mike D at Rick Rubin's studio, and Mike D is Beastie Boys.
Of the Beastie Boys as well.
Yep. And you can see Shangri-La on the Avett Brothers documentary on HBO.
Yes.
The Rick Rubin studio. They record there, so then you can see it. It's interesting.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You mentioned Picasso making art in 5 minutes at the end of his career, and I think, and I you might be referring to, maybe not. There's like a famous story about a woman who goes up to Picasso in a restaurant and asks him to scribble something on a napkin for her, and that she would pay whatever it was worth, and he did, and then he said that. And he said it's going to be $10,000. And she said, but you did that in 30 seconds. And he said, yeah, but it's taken me 40 years to
Learn how to do in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Maybe that's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is 56 years old.
Doesn't look a day over 36.
Yeah. He looks good.
Looks real good.
That's it.
Did you ever have a crush on him?
No, never.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we found one.
Never.
Good. There is one.
Even before his crazy outward craziness, he doesn't do it for me.
He does not do it for you. I understand that, and I respect it. And again, what a fun time at our live show.
Yeah, so fun.
Those folks,
they were the nicest.
They gave us the nicest evening imaginable.
Yeah.
They really did.
Yes.
We were on a pink cloud afterwards.
Yeah, it was lovely to meet people in person.
So I want to thank them and say I love them, and I want to thank you and Rob for making all that happen. I love both of you.
Thank you.
All right, let's get that mermaid video going.